Hi, this is Mrs. Geisy, and today I am preparing a video to explain how to add and subtract fractions and mixed numbers. Students, please be sure you have your copy of the guided notes handy. Stop the video anytime you need to while completing your notes. Let's get started. We will begin with adding fractions, and the problem that I have prepared for us to work on first is 3/4 plus 7/8. This problem shows me that I have an 8 as a denominator and a 4 as a denominator, and I know that I have to have common denominators. So I can use the 8 as my common denominator by simply multiplying my 4 times 2. That is going to give me an 8 as a denominator. Now when I multiply my denominator by 2, I have to remember that I have to also multiply my numerator by 2. This means my problem now reads 6/8 plus 7/8. I am ready to add my two fractions. 6 plus 7 is 13. I don't do anything to my denominators. I just leave it as 8. Now, some of you may think you're done and ready to move on to the next problem. However, this is an improper fraction and I would like to have it reduced or simplified. So I'm going to think to myself, how many 8/8 are there in 13/8? I know that there are 1, so my mixed number is going to have the number 1 as the whole number. I now need to take 8/8 away from my 13/8, so I'm just going to put minus 8 up here as a reminder of what I'm doing. And now I have 13 minus 8 is 5 for my numerator. My denominator stays the same. Remember to stop the video at any point that you need to. Our next problem is going to be an adding mixed numbers problem. And the problem is 2 1/6 plus 3 2/3. Again, I need to address these fractional parts of these mixed numbers. I have a 6 here and a 3 here. Luckily, I don't have to do much work. I just need to multiply my 3 by 2 here, which means I also have to multiply my numerator of 2 by 2. I am now ready to rewrite my problem over here. 2 1/6 stays the same. I'm going to add my whole number 3 and my fractional part that I changed to 4/6. I will add my whole numbers first. 2 plus 3 is 5. Now my numerators. 1 plus 4 is 5. And that denominator of 6 stays the same. That is all the examples that are problems that we're going to work on for adding fractions and mixed numbers. We're now going to move on to subtracting fractions. This problem is 5/6 minus 3/4. But I have a bigger problem than I did with the adding problems, because neither one of these numbers, the 6 or the 4, can be used as a common denominator. Therefore, I have to think of my least common multiple for 6 and 4, and I realize that that number is actually 12. So my LCM equals 12. Now, what can I do to 6 to make 12? You're right, I need to multiply by 2. What can I multiply 4 by to get 12? Correct again, it's multiply by 3. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to write my new denominator of 12. Remember, I'm subtracting. Okay, now I'm going to go back and change my numerators in the same fashion that I changed my denominators. So 5 times 2 is 10. And 3 times 3 is 9. Therefore, I have 10 minus 9 is 1, and that denominator of 12 stays the same. I have 1/12 as my answer. Okay, the very last part of this video is subtracting mixed numbers. So we're adding in that whole number component now. I'm going to be looking at, paying most attention right now to my fractional parts of these mixed numbers. And I see I have a 9 and I have a 3. And right away I'm thinking 3 times 3 gives me 9. So this is exciting that I don't have to do a whole lot of work. 3 times 3 equals 9. And then if I multiply my denominator by 3, of course, you know the drill, I have to multiply my numerator by 3 as well. So let's rewrite this 3 and 8/9. That guy was untouched. So I'm just going to rewrite it over here. And I'm going to subtract my mixed number, 2, and 1 times 3 is 3. And for my denominator, 3 times 3 is 9. Subtracting my whole numbers first, I get 1. Subtracting my numerators, I get 5. And my denominator of 9 will stay the same. I hope you found this video useful and helpful in completing your guided notes. Next thing you will do is you will get together with your table group and you will develop an algorithm for adding and subtracting mixed numbers and fractions.